All right, well, it's officially October 1st, 2024, and that means it's time for your October Ocean City market update. We're gonna dive into the numbers. We're gonna talk about sellers, we're gonna talk about buyers, and how I would use those numbers to my advantage if I fit into either of those classes. So please check out this video to the end. I think it's gonna be some great information for you. My name's Jim Murray. I own sellingocnj.com. I'm also a full-time agent here in Ocean City and the surrounding areas. So if there's anything I can do to help out you or anyone you know, please have them reach out to me directly. So diving right into the numbers, we're currently sitting right around 263 active listings. In the last 30 days, we had approximately 53 properties go from active to under contract. And when you do the math, that tells us that we're sitting right around 5 months of inventory as of October of 2024. Well, what do we have that to compare to? Well, let's talk October of 2023. In the last 30 days, a year ago, we had 67 properties go from active to under contract. And what that tells me is that we have a 26%, approximately 26% drop in demand from September. Because remember, we're talking 30 days ago, the last 30 days, not 30 days from now, but the last 30 days. We're looking at approximately a 26% drop in demand, 26% less consumers pulling the trigger on properties. So, well, it could be a number of things. So let's just talk about it. So prices are still where most people would consider high. Interest rates are still overall higher than they were, 2 or 3 years ago. We're up against an election. So I think there's a lot of historic hesitation when you're up against a presidential election. And then we're gonna fall right into the holidays. And I think with that, combined with the cost of everyday goods, feels like everything's a little bit more expensive right now. There's just not a lot of urgency. And on top of that, we still are technically, historically, lower when it comes to inventory and options. So maybe there's that combination of everything where buyers just aren't motivated to get off the sideline unless it's something that's special. So there's some general information when it comes to the numbers. Now let's dive into that. What does that mean if I'm a buyer? So if I'm a buyer, I think it's a great time to get out in the market and get active. And my reasoning for that is simple. Well, you finally just got your wish. The last 2, 3, 4 years, it's been crazy for you. You'd have to jump in your car, you'd get one opportunity to look at a property, you'd have to make a decision in 5 minutes if you were gonna buy it or not buy it, you'd have to decide what contingencies you're willing to give up just to have somewhat of a competitive advantage to make your offer stand out. And you're either gonna offer ask or over ask. And now we find ourselves in a situation where you can get out, you can look at properties multiple times, you can bring a contractor through, you can take measurements, you can bring your family through, and most importantly, you can negotiate. Now, I'm not saying that every seller out there is a dumpster fire and that you're gonna get a ton of money off, but you can at least, even if you get better terms, it's a win overall as a buyer right now. But my best advice to you would be, just get out there and get active if you have the right goals in mind. And if those goals are 5 or 7 plus year goals, you're gonna be fine. If you have a 6-month or a 1 year or maybe 2 year max goal, well then I think I would probably just wait till spring of 2025 and let the dust settle when it comes to the presidential election and just see how everything kind of reacts to that. All right, so now let's flip script. Let's talk about sellers. If I'm a seller right now in this market, in this current environment, and I'm motivated, I'm not talking about the people that are out there and they're fishing their number, and if they get their number, well then they would kind of dance around and try to get the best terms, and then maybe they would sell. I'm talking about people that really are motivated, real sellers. Maybe there was a death in the family. Maybe they're going through a divorce. Maybe they want to just take advantage of the market without any additional uncertainty and pay off their kids' college tuition. Maybe they want to retire. Whatever the circumstances in, real motivated sellers, real sellers, not desperate sellers, but just real sellers. Talking to you, I think if I really was trying to put a deal together and I didn't want to carry the property through the wintertime and then have to maybe face additional variables post-election or into the holidays, or are the rates going to go up or are the rates going to go down, or What other circumstances could you face? If you want to eliminate all that, I think I would get more aggressive over the next 30 days with the hope that maybe I can snag one of these buyers that are willing to pick up a property right now, give them the ability to do the contingencies that make them feel comfortable, maybe wiggle a little bit on your price to make them feel like they're getting a little bit of a value compared to what buyers have been feeling. And if you can connect those dots, I'm a big fan of a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. Look, could the market continue to go up? It could. Could the market though go down? It definitely could. So I think if I'm a seller and I'm motivated, minimizing other variables that I could face, minimizing a risk that this market could slide more, grab that, be aggressive now, and do what you can to put a deal together. Now, if you do miss this window, in my opinion, I think you're better off kind of hitting timeout, taking the property off the market and relaunching it in either very late February or early spring so that it comes out fresh for the spring of 2025 in whatever environment that we're in at that point. I think that that would be your best approach. The last thing that you want is for your property to sit out there, get stale, be on the market for 100+ days, and then people start wondering what's wrong with it. So hopefully this market analysis helps. Hopefully it helps you make a decision. And as always, whether you're looking to sell here in Ocean City or if you're looking to buy, reach out to me directly. If I can help you in any way or if you have any questions, I can answer. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, if you like the content, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe. Thank you.